Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to cover more about error handling in Golang. Okay, and please, if you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, share, comment, and like. It will help me grow. Thank you. So today we are going to cover about error handling, and we are going to base our argument in these three words. That one is panic, then recover, and defer. How those three key ones are used to manage errors in Golang programming language. So, as you can see on my screen, I have created a folder and a file for main package, and I would like to start by the usual way of Golang. Usually say we usually say package main and func main, and then those are the boilerplate for a Golang. Okay, so I would like to say package main, and in this package main, I have to write the func main, and this func main, I can write another function. I can say func, and then I can say fmt println error handling. Then I can call this function here. I can say error handle. Like that. And if I've got this function, our function is not going to run because we have to import our fmt format. Import fmt. Okay, so by doing that, then you can do go run main.go to check if our console or our terminal is going to print error handling. Okay, so in error handling, I would like to tell you that Go has an exceptions that allows it to handle the errors, not like the old languages, Java, PHP, JavaScript. They usually used try and catch, or yeah, it was try and catch. As you can see in my terminal here, I have error handling. Okay, so let us proceed to check how these error handling are going to help us to handle the errors in Golang. Okay, so I'm going to check on uh, the, the panic, the recover, and the defer keywords. So in Golang, handling errors and managing resources is integral part of programming. Okay, and the important keywords that I have said is defer, panic, and recover. Anytime that you hear error handling in Golang, just remember three words: defer, panic, and recover. So understanding the defer keyword is used to ensure that the function call is performed later in the program execution. Usually it is a purpose for cleaning up. You can decide that I'm not going to call this function before this function. So the defer keyword helps us to understand which function are we going to call first. Okay. So the basic usage of defer, I'm going to uh, show you here. I can remove, I can, instead of removing, I can say defer here. Then I copy this one. I can say Alt Shift arrow down, Alt Shift arrow down. Then I can do error handling 1, error handling 2, and error handling 3. Okay. So in this situation here, the Golang is going to call our error handling function in a reverse way. You see, so the defer is where the resources need to be freed. Some operations need to be performed at the end of the function execution. So regardless of the success or failure. Okay, so I can clear the terminal, then do go run main.go. Let us check. So the first line to be printed out is number 3, 2, 1. So the defer keyword print out in a reverse way. Okay, so maybe you did not wanted this function to run until it reads. Maybe it is a file that it is reading. You want to manage errors like file error, read something. So the defer keyword, it will help you to make sure that it will run fast before the usual function, or it will close fast before the usual function that is running. Okay, so as you have seen there in my uh, in my practical part. So we are going to check on the panic as well. So what is panic? Panic, I can say it is a build function that stops the ordinary flow uh, of control, and it makes the system to panic. And if the system panics, that means the execution stops and all defined functions in the current Go routine are executed. Okay, so to check on panic, I can create another function. I call it my panic and see how the panic works. So I can create another function here. I can say func and I can say my panic. And in this situation, I can say fmt print line. Then I pass this line will not be executed. Okay, so by doing this, I can remove this one, and because I want to call this function and I put it here, and after putting this function here, let me rearrange this. I can say refactor like that so that my code can look better. So it is a format document, yeah, like that, so the code can look better. Then I can call my panic here, my panic, which is my panic function. And what do you expect when you call my panic function? We, the the system will not print out fmt this line, and it will not run this function because panic stops the flow control of everything. Okay, so the panic, my panic here, when you call this func panic, then I pass panic keyword, then I say problem occurred. So when the panic keyword, when the panic function is called, it stops, and it stops at this point at line 7. So that means the code in the line 8 and 9, it will not be executed. Okay, so let us see if this code is working. So I have to clear my terminal. So clearing my terminal, I have to, in this situation now, I can go run main main.go. Okay, so we expect when the panic is called, the line on number 8 and line on number 9, it will not print out. As you can see, problem occurred. And after getting this at this point, now you understand the purpose of defer, panic, and how they're used to make sure our error handling is well executed. So we proceed to now recover. How can we regain from panic? How can we regain from panic? Because calling my panic will cause the program to panic and print the panic message, and the program will terminate. As you have seen, panic, problem occurred, go routine, it has now stopped there. It has exit status 2. Okay, meaning that the code, the panic was called, the it stopped the execution of the code. Now, how can we recover from the panic so that the other code can continue running? So, and this is why the Golang is the best language for networking, because in a networking system, no one should know when the system is down, because the system should manage itself. It should be handling errors and understanding where the problem is. When there's error, it stops and then it continues again. So the recover keyword is a built function that regains control of panicking go routine. Recover is only useful inside deferred function. Note that. So when recover is used outside the defer function, it will return nil. So how can you use recover in this situation now? So to use recover here, I can say I can now change this one, the func main. I can now instantiate the recover keyword, the recover keyword in this part. I can say now defer. I can now defer a func. If you have not watched my previous tutorial about closures, please go back and watch. And then I can say if r or any value, then I can say recover keyword. Now what am I recovering? The panic. And if we are recovering the panic, I can say r is not equal to nil, and if r is not equal to nil, we expect to print something we recovered now. Fmt print ln, I can say system recovered. System recovered. Then we start a new line, comma, then we check the r. Then in this point now we have to call the defer func for it to run. So the defer func here, we have to call it like that to make sure it has a self-calling function. Then we have now my panic. I can now take this panic and put it here now for there. So what do we expect now at this point? We expect our system is going to print panic, but the system is now going to continue It will have now to treat this line will not be executed. Now this line will be executed. Okay, let's see. I have to clear my terminal and then go run main.go file, main.go file. So we expect if our system has recovered from error, we expect my panic to show. And if the panic has shown, we expect now, yeah, system recovered, problem occurred. Okay, system recovered, problem occurred. FMT, this line should be, this line will be executed. We expect our system to continue FMT. So when we run this function, we expect to get the FMP print ln error handling. So for this function to run, we have to remove them here and put them here. Therefore, to make sure these code runs well and the recover key and the panic is now uh, executed, but it is not stopping or it is not altering the process of running our system. So when we run this one, go run main not go. This one is going now to print out everything, and the panic keyword will be there. System recovered, panic occurred. So it will tell you that there was a problem in the system, yes, and the line will be executed, and the execution continued. So this is how now the error handling in Golang works. Okay, use defer keyword inside the recover to recover the system from the panic. Please make sure you subscribe and share because I'm going to cover more on the panic recover and defer keywords on more about the error handling. Thank you.